Hello, good evening to you, and welcome to Waterloo versus Sioux City here tonight. Ronnie Vadine here with you. We're back here again for another game. But first of all, let's talk about what happened last time. Sioux City, they lost last game 2-1. For those of you who don't know or don't remember. Right now they're currently 3-5. Waterloo, they're only 2-6. One of those wins coming against Sioux City. Last time they played Waterloo, they, of course, if you remember at home, they had that big comeback. Well, they played them again earlier this month, and they had another comeback win. So yeah, 2 comebacks in a row. Will a third one happen tonight? We'll have to see. But anyway, let's take a look at some other scores in the USHL. Omaha's leading Des Moines 3-0. Tri-City is leading Lincoln, or Tri-City at Lincoln is at 7. Our game here, and then Fargo's at Sioux Falls at 7 o'clock. Sorry for my sniffles there. Sometimes when I wear a mask, my nose starts to run. Alright, so let's take a look at some, we'll check out college football scores, because there's a couple games going on. Louisiana beat UTSA 31-24. Georgia State beat Western Kentucky 39-21. Liberty is at Coastal Carolina. That game's tied up at 0. As you can see, the rest of them are canceled. Let's take a look at some NBA games right now. Hawks beat the Grizzlies, as you can see, 122-112. Right now, the Hornets are leading the Thunder 35-31. Pistons are leading the Cavaliers 20-26. The Magic and Wizards are tied at 32, and then 76ers are at the Knicks. That game's tied up at 0. Man, that game's been going on for almost 4 minutes, and they still don't have a score yet. Let's take a look at some basketball, because we know that there's basketball going on too. Houston beat UCF 63-54. Northwestern beat Ohio State 71-70. Gonzaga beat Virginia 98-75. And Illinois beat Indiana 69-60. Thank you all so much for joining us during the pregame show. I'll see you in the first intermission. Alright, first period intermission report, everyone. Let's take a look at what happened. Matt Argentina for Waterloo scored unassisted, his first of the year. Max Sasson got a penalty, 2 minutes for holding. Hold on, 1 sec. Alright, let's take a look at some scores around the USHL right now. Omaha is leading Des Moines 4-0 at the end of the second. Tri-City at Lincoln is tied up at 1 in the first. And Sioux Falls is leading Fargo 1-0 at the end of the first. Alright. So right now in the NBA, the Hawks beat the Grizzlies 122-112. Oklahoma City, they're now leading the Hornets 75-67. If you remember in our pregame show, the Hornets were leading, so we'll see what happens. The Cavaliers are beating the Pistons 78-67. The Magic and the Wizards are tied up at 77. 76ers are leading the Knicks 58-52, and the Bulls are leading the Pacers 33-29. Alright, football, top 25, couple bowl games were on today. Louisiana was at UTSA, while they beat them 31-24. Georgia State beat Western Kentucky 39-21, and Liberty's right now beating Coastal Carolina 14-0. Up here. My phone's going crazy. Houston beat UCF 63-54. Northwestern is beating Ohio State 71-70. And Gonzaga beat Virginia 98-75. And Illinois beat Indiana 69-60. All right, second period. I'll see you all after the second period. All right. So at the end of 2, the Muskies lead. Or no. Waterloo leads 3-2. You probably wish the Muskies did, though. Let's see what happened. The second period, Muskies got 2 quick goals from Joel Mana and Brian Carabas, and then it was Waterloo after that. Kyler Clement and Teddy Lagerback. No yeah, there were a couple, I guess. 19 seconds at Kyler Clement, 2 minutes for tripping. Then Gabe Blanchard, 2 minutes for holding. Some scores now. Omaha beat Des Moines 4-1. Lincoln beat Tri-City 3-1. Waterloo's leading our game right now 3-2. And Sioux Falls is leading Fargo 1-0. Let's go to NBA. We'll do the same order we have been going in all night. Let's see, the Hawks are leading the Grizzlies 122-112. The Thunder beat the Hornets 109-107. Magic beat the Wizards 130-120. In overtime, the Pistons lead the Cavaliers 112-105. The 76ers are leading the Knicks 90-77. Pacers are beating the Bulls 87-58. Spurs are leading the Raptors 61-58 at halftime. And the Timberwolves are leading the Jazz. Are the Timberwolves finally going to be good this season or what? Some bowl games right now. Liberty is leading Coastal Carolina 17-13. Louisiana beat UTSA 31-24. And Georgia State beat Western Kentucky 39-21. Basketball, or college basketball, rather. Houston beat UCF 63-54. Northwestern beat Ohio State 71-70. Gonzaga beat Virginia 98-75. And Illinois beat Indiana 69-60. We'll see you for the postgame.